Good afternoon, Zach. Members of the executive committee, I just wanted to thank you for meeting with me about using analytics to reduce costs here at the hotel. As you know, the hotel does run mainly as its own unique entity, even though it is connected directly to Marriott International. So as you go through these numbers, you'll notice that they are scaled down to best meet the needs of this hotel. And then as we find success in these numbers, we can, of course, transfer this to other hotels that are in the area, in this market, or we can always feed them up to a much higher scale as well. The first area that I wanted to cover was the cost of absenteeism and how this affects the finances of the hotel. So we're going to just kind of break down these numbers and give you a case by case on a very conservative scale that as we get more numbers and more data, we can make much more specific to your needs. To begin this breakdown, we'll start with the average days missed by an associate on a national standard, which is 5.4 days. We multiply this by the standard 8-hour workday and then by the amount of associates, which is 140 at our hotel, giving us a total of 6,048 hours. To calculate the total cost of replacement, we take the percentage of workers in each area, which is 60% for frontline, 30% for administrative, and 10% for leaders. We multiply that percentage by their wage, which give us a weighted average, which we then combine. We use this and multiply this weighted average by the total amount of work hours in the year, which in this case is 260 work days or 2,080 work hours. Then multiply that by the amount of associates and the average payroll cost percentage, which is 1.6% to replace workers. This gives us a total of $81,536 for a straight wage-only cost. When we do a benefit wage cost, we add on an additional 32%, which again is the average cost of benefits in addition to the wage. We multiply that once again by the 2,080 hours, 140 associates, the 1.6% average payroll cost, giving us a total of $107,627.52. A couple of notes to make on this is that this does not cover the cost of the supervisor's work that is put in to replace these workers, nor does this have any quantitative effect on the morale or the satisfaction of the employees that are also trying to cover these associates that are currently missing. When you hear these numbers and realize that these don't even cover all of the cost, it's a very logical step to think that the next thing that you should do is, if these people aren't going to show up, is to separate them from the company. However, there are much better options, and the next slide will kind of show at least some of the basic cost of separating someone and why this is not the best option. So just for the physical act of separating someone from the company, not including the cost of replacement, the cost of training, drug testing, advertising, the secondary morale, or the lowered work efficacy of people trying to replace this person until the position can be filled, we're looking at some significant cost. This is for 7 associates or a 5% turnover rate, which is very conservative for this industry. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has hospitality marked as the highest turnover industry in the nation as of August 2019. So this is definitely something to be wary of. So for this, for 7 associates, we're looking at about $266.88 for the cost of an exit interview, which means that we have 15 minutes before of planning and 45 minutes for the interview. Cost of separation pay is at $0. This is because there is no severance package given by Marriott at any level. Cost of administrative functions, we're looking again at about $140 based off an hour of work by HR to process all of the paperwork, file, etc., for a total of $140.00. And the cost of unemployment tax, this was based off the median range for just the tax, no base rate or raises of any kind, of 2.2%, which is the middle range for the state of Louisiana. This gives us a cost of $644.03. Now, this does not sound like very much, but once again, this is just for the physical cost of separation. As we calculate the training and other pieces of this, it becomes much higher. And so leading us to our next area of what can we do? So if associates are not going to show up to work and we really don't want to go through the option of separation, as it does end up costing the company generally more money than someone is worth, what are our options moving forward? My recommendation would be reversing costs through flexible work programs. If we look over here at the numbers on the left, we can see the cost of absenteeism and separation. The total absenteeism cost is $150,227.20, and total separation cost is roughly $150,000 and 0 cents. Once again, these are rough numbers just to give you an idea of where we can move with this. Now, through these flexible work programs, if we can reduce absenteeism by 20%, which equals about 1 day per an associate in a year, and reduce separation costs by 10%, which is the equivalent of about one associate um, per year as well, we could have a total savings of $45,044.09. You may be asking what types of flexible work programs are available. Some of these do include telecommuting, job sharing, subsidized childcare, compressed work weeks, on-site fitness, or on-site medical care facilities. Non-discrimination policy includes sexual orientation, health insurance for part-timers, sick days for part-timers, and college tuition reimbursement. The reason I cover all of these and want to specifically talk about these is because these analytics are, although they are impactful, a lot of time we need to look at more than just the numbers. We need to look at how we can actually do that. And as you can see from this list, a lot of these, some of these are going to cost money, but other ones, such as an on-site fitness or subsidized gym, there may be a hotel gym that's already available that we can make available to the associates for little to no cost. The policy about non-discrimination, including sexual orientation. Once again, that has a relatively minimal cost that does protect those, again, making this absenteeism and separation rates go down, which I believe is very impactful overall as well. One thing to mention with these numbers is that this does not cover the morale, which also does increase with these flexible work programs. I wanted to thank you all for the time of meeting today and kind of discussing these basic analytics that we will be rolling out for this upcoming year, and how the first two of absenteeism and separation will be rolled up into that third, very simple but very critical analytic of reduction in them by use of flexible workforce. I believe that this is a very powerful but very simple movement that we can do that will not only save the company a lot of money as well, but even increase productivity as these associates move forward, feel happier and better about the location that they're working at. And as it's always important to know where all this information is coming, here are my works cited for this presentation from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Investing in People Financial Impact, Merit International itself, site of Human Resource Management, and from Bloomberg Tax, which gave us the unemployment rates for tax. Thank you.